Welcome to Strategy Battle Games and the GBHL YouTube video. Here we host GBHL Damian
and GBHL Tom,
and we are here with another unboxing.
Or unboxings.
Unboxings, yeah, we're going to do a few. This is themed around the Battle of Five Armies.
Yep.
We obviously did a lot of the review. We went through the source book before Christmas, and we did a couple of unboxings.
Yep.
But we couldn't but unbox other stuff
because you were waiting for Father Christmas.
Didn't have it. Can't unbox what we don't have. So we've obviously we've had some treats over Christmas.
Yes.
And so there may be some more unboxings in your future. But today, what are we focusing on today, Tom?
We are looking at the new Elves. In two different sizes of packet.
Indeed. The Armoured Mirkwood Elves.
So we have Swordsman with shield. We have Mirkwood Armoured Spearman.
Lovely.
And we have small clampback Mirkwood Armoured Bowman.
It is interesting, isn't it? It's just like the Lake Towners.
Yeah.
Why do the bowmen get such a raw deal in this situation? Yeah. But yeah, these are the three different types of elves you can get, which were the part of the first wave of releases for the Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah. So which should we go for first?
I don't know. Basic ones, shields, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll hop into that. So do you want to, if I have a dig around, do you want to talk about their profile?
I will indeed. Well, this is kind of the Mirkwood Elf in general. They are fight 5, 3+ shoot value, so no change to the shoot value. Strength 3, defense 4, but 5 if they've got the shield, like the model that Damian's opening.
I'm opening it with a knife, as ever. Don't forget, if you're not of knife wielding age, to ask an adult for help with such
You're
things.
not of a knife wielding age. 1 attack, 1 mood, and courage 5. So they are the same as a Galathrun warrior.
Yeah, they're exactly the same profile.
Yep.
And points value
is 8.
8 points, which is again exactly the same as a Galathrun warrior.
There you go.
So these are identical.
Yes. Their options to upgrade, so they can take an Elven Blade like a Galathrun and a shield like a Galathrun. So these models are essentially the same as the Galathrun with blade and shield.
Sure.
They can also take an elf bow, and we'll get into those in a second. The only difference is their special spear, which is actually called an Elven Glaive.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that when we open that box.
Sure.
So, I don't know, I mean, lots of the newer elves have had fancy profiles. I quite like that it's back to the basic, cheaper elf profile.
Yeah.
Like, the Galathrun profile is good.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a nicely rounded profile. It's got good fight value. The armour's okay, it's not great, but you can field a reasonable amount of them.
So here is Elf the First, and I've got to say, this is fantastic. As a sculpt, this is absolutely wonderful. Can't see any air bubbles. The detail on it looks fantastic. The blade's a little bent, but that'll be easy to fix. An important fact. Fact fans, is that, as you can hopefully see, the shield has the arm on it, which means two things. One thing, it means you can't, as I'd contemplated doing, take these shields and give them to your palace guard for spare shields, because you need the arms. And it also potentially means, is it for all three of them, that you can't have guys with swords without shields. Yeah. Without obviously a bit of conversion work. Yeah. Maybe as simple as swapping it with the forearm of a palace guard. That might work. Yeah. If you wanted to do that.
Because were you going to have these without shield then?
I was thinking of having 2 of these guys with the sword, without shield, so as my dismounted cavalry.
So I thought you were just doing it as so you could use the Elven Blades two-handed.
No, I think where you can give them a shield, you'd want to, just for that defence buff. Because it takes them from defence 4 to defence 5, which would be really handy, particularly against evil and against evil shooting, strength 2 shooting, mana shooting. Yeah. So that was that chap. We then have this guy who comes in 3 parts. There he is. Again, arm on the shield and a little elf blade. What do you think of these guys?
The sculpts are excellent. They're really nice.
Lovely detail on the shield.
Yeah.
And again...
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, completely integrated into the shield there.
And the poses are really good on all of these models.
They are. Even the detail inside the helmets on the faces is very good on these. So again, it looks like the brand new Finecast is pretty good.
Yeah, this one is a bit of a.
Although are these were called Finecast, weren't they?
I thought they were.
When the new elves came out, they were all kind. It doesn't say it on the box, but they were very much advertised as Finecast.
Yeah.
As are the latest releases of the White Council.
Yeah.
And this is the last one. This guy kind of lunging forward. That which looks pretty great. Again with a shield. So these are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth noting, by the way, that they are all in stock at the moment. We're recording this on the 20th of January.
Mm-hmm.
They've been kind of flirting in and out of stock since they were released, but at the moment, if you want these lovely elves, you can get them, and I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I mean, they are expensive in the way that since Desolation of Smile troops have been released, well, those that were meant to be in the final of the 2 Hobbit films have all been released in a clan pack of 3. So it's expensive to get a big army, but I think the nice thing about the Battle of 5 Armies one is you don't feel a compulsion to buy a huge army of it. You just get some Lake Town, some elves, and some dwarves.
Yeah.
And you can do that by getting, the Lake Town are quite expensive, but you can get a box of dwarves without having to get the clan packs.
Have you got yourself any of these guys?
I have.
Yeah? What did you go for?
I got 2 of each.
2 packs of each? You've got 18.
Yes.
That was too slow.
Live Palante.
Yeah.
Live maths.
This has nothing to do with the Palante.
No, sorry.
So 18. So you're obviously planning on building up a bit of force.
Yeah, I think before the film I wasn't like the models are great, but I think what inspired me was how cool they were in the film.
Yeah. Heroic leap.
Yeah. That bit was just really good.
And you can't help but think there's going to be more of them in some format in the extended edition, given that the fact that they don't shoot a single arrow.
Yes. I think also Lily was really keen on the elves in the film. She really liked them, so she was all for me getting elves.
Oh, that's brilliant. Emma was really keen on Smaug in the film, but alas, it didn't quite
dear.
go across.
Oh, they have woodland creature, but elves
you would hope so.
Yes.
Do you want to? Should we go into the next one?
Bowman.
On to the archers. Now you had a bit of a problem with these archers, didn't you?
Yeah, I think the bows are a little short relative to their body length, but I still think the poses themselves are cool. Cool enough. I think these are the weakest of the
models
of the 3 set. Yeah, of the 3 models.
Okay.
But obviously, if you're taking elves, you will want the bow ones.
Yeah.
So I was tempted originally just to get 12 with no bows, so 6 swords and 6 of the glaives.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually saw some people had painted them up on the Facebook group, and I thought they looked cool.
Yeah. So again, we've got to hand it. I've got here the sprue of all the bows essentially, and you see that one of these guys is complete with his bow, and the other 2 arms and bows are here, including a little arrow down here. And again, I gotta say, Finecast is pretty good on these. The bows look straight, the arrow's straight, it doesn't look too flaky. I'm sure they're a little flimsy, but nothing there fills me with dread. Let's have a close up look at that guy, make sure you can see him. It's pretty cool.
Is there?
And there's his back. And again, no bubbles. There's a lot of like flash trim moves always, but I haven't seen anything.
What
like
do you
a
think
bubble.
of the bow size? Do you think they're alright?
Yeah, maybe they look a little short. They don't bother me.
No.
Unduly, to be honest.
No.
And I don't think they look stupid.
No.
I don't get worked up. And these guys also have elven blades.
Yes.
Do they come? They all come with elven blades? Do they? Or do you have to buy the elven blade?
You'd have to buy them.
You have to buy it. But they have elven blades.
Yes.
And if you didn't buy them, there's a little thing here.
You could feint with them.
You could feint. That's their hand weapon as a sword.
Yeah.
Okay. But the detail on them's lovely. I really like the kind of, there's a cloak and a layer of chainmail and then a layer of what looks like leather. It's gone. What looks like leather armour.
Yes.
Building up there, which is really nice.
Yeah, like you say, a lot of layers. It
quite
means there's
clear.
quite a bit to paint. You have to think about them, which is which layer. The helmet on this one looks like it's sunk slightly. On this one looks like it's sunk slightly, but maybe that's just the way it is.
Maybe. Again, the detail inside the helmets is good.
Yeah.
There's really good depth in there, isn't there? So there's the other two guys who are missing their arms. That's a hell of a miscast. No, I'm only being silly. It's on the other sprue. But these, I really like that pose of the other one. These two look a little more odd. They are like that. Those are the poses. I do like the one. I like this kind of pose. There's a lot of this in the Hobbit range, of holding a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I think that looks cool.
Yeah.
So those are the bows, and the elf bows are 1 point. Are they for these guys, or are they 2 points?
2.
2 points, the same as the Glathrim,
Yeah.
which takes them up to 10 points.
10. Yeah. And then 11 if you have a blade with them.
Yes. 12. Oh no, just normal blade. Yeah.
Yes.
So what you see is what you get on that. Will cost you 11 points.
Now we've already seen some conversions where blades have gone on the backs of these
Steve
guys.
Krogan.
Yes. Which is a tactically astute thing to do.
Very much.
Because you can put these bows in your second rank and then support when combat actually starts, when the enemy reaches you. So they can back up your the ones with shield. And also they can shield, so if they're out on their own, they're a bit more durable.
So that is these guys here, because they're armed with the Elven Glade. So how does the Elven Glade work?
It works kind of a cross between a Wood Elf spear and an Elven blade. So it is 2 points for this weapon, but it's well worth it because you can shield with it, you can support with it like a spear, and it's an Elven blade, so it helps you win tide fights, and you can use it two-handed. So just a lot of tactical flexibility.
Taxable.
Tactical flexibility with this weapon.
And
I love these models. I think they're great.
Yeah. I can't remember what my end point was going to be. So
you've successfully been responsible and opened them all carefully.
I mean, this guy has got a hilarious flash down his face. Look at that.
Ooh.
But that'll come straight off. But check that out.
Oh, this one's got tricky flash on his face actually.
See that just in there.
Yeah, this one looks a bit trickier actually for the face flash.
Yeah, but I think it will flake away quite easily, to be honest.
Live flaking from Damian. He flaked well.
And that is it. Like, a lot of people worry about the flash, and I didn't show you this before, but it does come away quite easily.
I think the annoying thing for me that I find on the Finecast models is they get under the neck. You get
under the neck.
strip.
Yeah, that's
and
horrible.
It's quite hard to chop it out and
without damaging the chin. Again, the glaives on these look really pretty solid, and they're
this
straight.
one's slightly bent.
Again, as a set of models, I'm very happy with the cast on these.
Have you shown this one?
I have not. And there's that guy. So those are the 9 poses you can get.
Yeah.
That perhaps, once upon a time, had sales been different, might have been on a sprue. As a plastic set. But we don't get that. We get the clan packs, which nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're lovely, lovely models.
Yeah. So you're planning to take an army of these. Who would you have leading them?
In my arm, this is live
Yeah.
telling, and you're going to see this hopefully, fingers crossed, develop over my hobby vlogs over the next 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm aiming.
Once he's finished, Thor.
Yeah, Thor and Balin and Dwalin and Thorin.
And
Fingers crossed. I'm hoping to take an army of these guys to, what's it called, the Battle for East Riverstead.
Yes.
The Mid Sussex Wargamers tournament.
So that's the one where you need 750
Yeah,
points?
750
but
points.
2 of the models have to be more than 250
Yep,
points
I
combined.
haven't considered that, but I have done that.
Yes. So who are you going to have leading them?
I've got Thranduil, King of the Woodland Realm.
Mounted or on foot?
Mounted. And I haven't quite spelled the warbands, but him and Legolas, Prince of Mirkwood,
Yes.
leading, and I think it's 12 of these guys and 6 Palace Guard.
So you've just got 12 of these, that's your lot.
Yeah. And it was.
And you got double spears?
Yeah, 6 spears, 3 bows, 2 blades, 3 bows. It might well be that it's actually only 11 of them or something, but it's around that figure. Yeah. 6 Palace Guard, and then the army's rounded out by
Tarion.
who was so much fun to use at tournament.
And Mirkwood Rangers.
And Mirkwood Rangers. So old Tariel leaving 10 Mirkwood
It's
Rangers.
a big new Mirkwood army. As
Yeah,
opposed to the
exactly.
old Mirkwood army. But no cavalry? I thought you
Oh yeah, there were 2 in there. There's 2 Mirkwood Knights in there as well, which, if needs to be for painting purposes, can be replaced by Palace Guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my goal. Shane Ward.
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Because
It's cool to have some
you've not
Mirkwood.
got an elf army, really.
No, that's why I'm very excited about these guys.
You've got the Mirkwood Rangers as a small detachment. You've got some high elf bowmen as a small.
that were done. They were done years ago.
Yeah,
for,
you were a bit upset when I
Lothlorien.
said that you'd improved massively in your painting.
I still think they look alright actually. They don't look bad. They're quite basic, but they don't look awful. Apparently they look awful. Thanks, Tom.
For your high standards, they're pretty poor.
Thank you. I think.
Yeah.
If it just for your high standards would have been a compliment. They're pretty poor. It suddenly smacks me down again. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do, and I'm quite excited about doing them.
Yeah.
So I've got my Palace Guard assembled and undercoated from last year.
Okay.
Gonna get
So that's
them
what you're going to take. I've actually thought about what I'm going to take, but it's nothing to do with elves, so it's probably not worth saying on this. On this.
Oh, it's the same
unboxing.
tournament?
Yes.
When are you thinking of getting these guys going?
These guys, it would probably be after I've done all of that stuff. So I'm currently doing Evil Battle of 5 Armies, so
Okay.
after that it would be good.
Cool.
So after that tournament.
So we've kind of talked about their option stuff. Do we think these are any good?
Yes.
Why?
Because these kind of elven troops, the non-elites, I mean they are elites all in general, but they're very strong, and I think they're nice enough to play against because it's not the old bow ones,
Yeah.
and it's not high elves say with defense 6. They are killable.
Yes.
So I think that Galadhrim style elves are quite nice to fight against.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
seem too overly overpowered because with the wood elves, yes, they're defense 3 and can get slaughtered easily, but you can field them in greater numbers.
These
So-
guys potentially with the glaives,
Mhm.
very effective.
Yes.
Defense 5 models that can shield
Yeah.
if it
With the
suits
high
them
fight value as well.
and can feint.
I think they'll be
compared
very
to two-handed.
competitive.
Yeah.
And you can have it teamed.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
And Thranduil is incredible.
Well, the new one.
Yeah.
What I also like about this list now is you've got 3 choices. I mean, Tara's not particularly different, but particularly 2 choices of Legolas and Thranduil.
Yes.
And Jamie said recently, I think on Speak from the Question, that he didn't necessarily see a role for Legolas,
Yeah.
the new Legolas, because he's only got 2 wounds, defense 5,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't want him charging forward.
Mm.
So he'd probably still take the old Legolas,
Yeah.
leading some of these guys. But you've got that choice of not just do I take Legolas, Thranduil, or
Yeah.
Tario, but now you've got which one of each.
Yeah. And you've now got 3 levels of truth.
Yeah, well, that's what I said when we go through that. That this simple addition really opens up Thranduil's horse.
Yeah, and I think because in the old Elven Mirkwood and Lothlorien and Mirkwood lists, you have the Galadhrim Court as the fight 6, and now you've got the Palace Garden. Okay, if you were building a list to win, you'd take Galadhrim Court over the Palace Guard.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
But there's definitely a place for Palace Guard in an army.
And Palace Guard can get to defense 6.
Yes.
Because Galadhrim Court are doing defense 5, aren't they?
Yes.
So there is a little advantage there.
They're just expensive, but they're very, very good troops.
Yeah, and also as much as they've got the high courage, they've got bodyguard.
Yeah.
So and they're never going to leg it.
No.
And particularly when you've got the Thranduil, who's
Yeah.
going to be hard to take down. I think they could be very, very competitive. Are these guys, the Armoured Mirkwood Elves, better than Galadhrim?
Yes, because they can take the glaive.
Because of the glaives.
Yes.
Yeah. The disadvantage of them is they can't take either a war horn, big deal,
Don't think that
or a
matters.
banner.
The banner's the big one, because
Yeah.
elves do well out of a banner.
It
Now
absolutely.
the cavalry get the banner from Thranduil, but you're not likely to field them in big
the banner
numbers.
effect.
Yeah,
You can take the only banner in the list is a Palace Guard banner,
yeah.
which Sam Page has done a great conversion
And so
of.
did George Seymour.
Has he? I thought it
Not
was
George
something.
Seymour, George Perkins.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Cool.
You played it, didn't you?
Oh, I thought you meant recently. Yes, possibly.
Did George Perkins have a banner?
I can't remember if he had a banner with him. He definitely. I played his Palace Guard and his
Yeah.
Mirkwood Rangers. Yeah,
I
at
think he
Stopford.
might have done. But
I
yeah,
think Sam did it with either a
captain.
spare Rivendell Knight one or a spare
Um,
Galadhrim Knight.
and was it because there were 2 Palace Guard captains? Was
Right.
it one of the captains?
Possibly.
I think that's what George used.
But I find it a very exciting and doable army.
Yeah.
that you've got, I've done my Rangers.
Yeah.
You could do one warband of them and then paint up a box of Palace Guard and suddenly you've got an effective force. And then I was thinking, well, that'd be it. But then I'm tempted in 2 directions.
Yeah.
Which is one, another warband of Rangers
Mm-hmm.
led by a Mirkwood captain.
Yeah.
And then 2, just another warband of these guys.
Led by the Mirkwood captain.
Yeah,
You've
probably
got
the
that
new
model.
captain. Yeah, I do have
Did
that
we
model.
unbox him?
We haven't unboxed him now. But yeah, that, and I could see myself actually expanding that into that. Probably at a later stage I'll have a break or something, but it's a very tidy little army.
Yeah.
So my hope is I can get that painted.
Yeah.
Which by it, a lot of people would say, yeah, well, there's no hassle at all.
Mhm.
But for me, I'll paint slowly.
Yeah.
We shall see.
So that was quite an extended unboxing, I think.
Yeah, with
Triple unboxing.
9 models.
Yeah.
So we hope you like that.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Armoured Mirkwood Elves? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. So, as ever, don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming.